A very pleasant morning to all my dear children. Welcome back to English online class of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. I hope you all are doing great and staying safe at home, children. Yes? Okay, let's start our today's session. We are discussing lesson 1, Ira's Flower Garden. We have already discussed the story, question answers, the grammar section and also the vocabulary and the spelling section of this lesson. So today let's discuss the writing and the speaking section of this lesson, and we'll also discuss the answers of our listening activity. Okay, so let's start with our writing session. As part of our writing session, we have to discuss letter writing. We'll discuss how to write an informal letter. I know you all are thorough with the topic letter writing, as Sabida ma'am had already taught you how to write an informal letter, isn't it? And you have written many letters. So you are thorough with the topic. Still, let's discuss how to write an informal letter once again. Children, you all know that we are living in a world of technology where text messages are the easiest and the fastest way of communication, isn't it? Yes, it's the easiest way of communicating a message from one person to another. Still, letters have great importance in our life, especially formal letter. You all know what is a formal letter, isn't it? Yes. What is a formal letter? Formal letter is also called as business letters or professional letters, where we write letters to higher authorities, suppose to a principal or to any other government departments. Letter writing also improves our handwriting skills, our writing skills and also our communication skills. Today we are going to discuss how to write an informal letter. Okay, you all know what is an informal letter. What is an informal letter, children? Informal letters are the letters written to our dear ones, to the persons whom we know very well, to our dear friends, to our dear relatives, or sometimes to our father who's working abroad. Here Ira, our main character or central character, is writing a letter to her grandmother. She wants to invite her grandmother to her house to show her flower garden. You all know that she has become a successful flower gardener, isn't it? So she wants to show that flower gardener to her grandmother also. So she is inviting her grandmother to her house. For that she is writing a letter. So that is the purpose of her writing a letter. Okay, that is the reason for her writing this letter. So let's see how she is writing the letter to her grandmother. So children, what is the format of writing an informal letter? How do you write an informal letter? First, you have to write the sender's address. What do you mean by sender's address? Sender's address means the address of the person who is writing the letter. Okay. Suppose you are writing the letter, so you have to write your address. Suppose I am writing the letter, I have to write my address. So first you have to write the sender's address, the person who is writing the letter. Okay. Then leave a line and you can write the date. The date on which you are writing the letter. Suppose you are writing the letter today. So you can write 15th December 2020. And all this should be written near the margin. Okay. You have to write everything near the margin. You have to start from the margin. Then after writing the date, you can write the salutation. What do you mean by salutation? Salutation means the greetings. How you greet your dear ones. Okay. Here she is writing to her grandmother. So she can write dear grandma or dear grandmother. Okay. Next is the body or the content of the letter. The body or the content of the letter can be divided into 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph is the introduction part. The second paragraph, you can write the reason or the purpose of your letter. And in the third paragraph, you can give the conclusion. Okay. After concluding the letter, you can give the subscription or the complimentary close. So how can you close the letter or how can you give the complimentary close? You can say, with lots of love, your granddaughter Ira. That's how you close the letter. So children, this is the format of writing an informal letter. I hope you all understood the format of writing an informal letter. So how is the format, children? First you write the sender's address, the person who is writing the letter. Then you write the date. Suppose you are writing today, you can write today's date, 15th December 2020. Then you can give the salutation, means how you greet the person to whom you are writing the letter. You can say dear grandmother, or suppose you are writing to your friends, you can say dear Manu or dear Akshay. Okay, then you can write the content or body of the letter, and that can be divided into 3 paragraphs. First is the introduction. Second is the content or the purpose of the letter. You can write the message in the second paragraph. And the third is a conclusion part where you can conclude. Next is a complimentary close or the subscription where you can write with best wishes and your name. So this is the format. I hope you all understand. Let's see how Ira is writing the letter to her grandmother. First, we have to write the sender's address. So Ira has written her address. What is her address? 54 Bala Road, Sihejo Village, Indonesia, and the pin code. Okay. After writing her address, she has written the date, which is the date 15th September 2018. After writing the date, she has given the salutation. And how is it written? Dear grandmother. My dear grandmother. Then, after the salutation, it is the body or the content of the letter. So in the body or the content of the letter, I told you that we can divide into 3 paragraphs. The first one is the introduction. In the introduction, you can ask, how are you? Hope you are doing fine. Hope you are doing well. How is your health? You can ask such questions to your dear ones. So here, Ira has asked to her grandmother, how are you? How is your health? Thank you for your letter wishing me good luck with my garden. So this is her introductory paragraph. The next is the main paragraph, main content, the main message. Okay. The garden is now full of flowers. My flowers are selling well in the markets in Jakarta. It makes me very happy. My parents are also happy. I am grateful to my friends as they were the ones who taught me how to read and write. I have started reading a lot of books. Most of them are about flowers, how to grow them and how to take care of them and so on. So this is the main message of the letter. Then she has given the conclusion. I am growing your favorite flowers, carnations too. I am sending a fresh bouquet of carnations with this letter. Hope you like it. Parents, send their regards. Do visit us soon. I am very excited to show you the garden. Your loving granddaughter, Ira. So in the conclusion part, she has said that her parents has also conveyed regards to the grandmother and they are expecting the visit of their grandmother as soon as possible. So this is how she concluded the letter. So I hope you all understood how to write an informal letter. Now let's move to the speaking section. In the speaking section, we will learn how to make conversations, how to communicate with each other. Okay, let's see how should be our dialogues. If someone invites you for something, let it be to their birthday party or to visit a zoo or to visit a museum or to go for a book fair, okay? If someone invites you for something, how will you accept their invitation or how will you refuse their invitation? Accept means how will you say yes to their invitation and refuse means how will you say no to their invitation. So let's see how to form dialogues or how to make conversations if someone invites us for something. So you can see a conversation between Ira and her best friend Sari in page number 9. Okay, look into your text. Ira, Sari, would you like to come and visit my garden this weekend? Sari, I would love to, Ira. Thank you for inviting me. When someone invites us to do something or to go somewhere, we either accept the invitation or refuse it. And there are some common expressions used for inviting someone and accepting or refusing the invitation. So children, there are some common ways or there are some polite ways to refuse or to accept someone's invitation to go somewhere or to do something. Okay, let's look at the table. So children, there are some ways, some polite ways to ask or to invite someone to go somewhere or to do something, and there are also polite way to accept or refuse their invitation. Okay, so how will you invite someone? Would you like to? So this is the way that you have to invite someone. You can say, would you like to come with me to watch a film, or would you like to come with me to the birthday party? Okay, so how will you accept? I would love to, I would like to. This is how you should accept the invitation. And how will you refuse? How will you say no to their invitation? If suppose you have some other engagements or you want to attend some other function, so you have to say no to your friends, isn't it? So how will you say no? Thanks for asking, but I can't. I have to attend another function. Okay, you can say like that. Look at the next line. You must come or you must join me to the birthday party. Sure, that sounds very nice. Yes, I would like to come with you. Sure, that sounds very nice. I'm very thrilled or I am very excited to come with you. And if you want to refuse, how will you refuse? I'm sorry, but I can't. I'm sorry, but I can't because my mother is ill or I want to attend some other function. Another way of inviting someone is what? How about? The another way of inviting someone is what? How about going for a film today? So how will you accept the invitation of your friend? You can say, thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me. How will you refuse? How will you say no to that invitation? I'm afraid I can't come with you. I'm afraid here, it doesn't mean that you are afraid of that person who's inviting you. I'm afraid means you are feeling sorry that you are not able to go with them. So this is how you invite someone and this is the way to accept their invitation or refuse their invitation. These are the common phrases that we have to use in our daily life. So children, you can practice these dialogues with your siblings, with your brothers or sisters at home. Okay, I hope you will all practice this. So children, now let's discuss the answers of the listening activity. First question, why was the giant not home? Which is the answer, children? It is B. The giant was visiting a friend in another country. Second question, why did the giant become angry? This giant is so selfish. And why did he become angry? Because many children were playing in the garden. As he was so selfish, he didn't like any children trespassing or entering into his garden. So he became very angry. Look at the third one. What happened when the children stopped playing in the giant's garden? The answer is B. Winter never left the garden. So when the children left the garden, the seasons also left the garden. There were no more spring. And which season prevailed there throughout the year? It is winter season. It was winter season throughout the year. No other season entered into giant's garden. Fourth one, what changed the giant's mind about letting children play in his garden? Which is the answer, children? The sight of a little boy reaching for a branch. Answer A. Answer A is the correct one. Or what made our giant unselfish? He was unselfish because he saw a little boy in one corner of the garden trying to reach a branch. Okay. So when he saw that sight, he was really moved and he felt sympathy for the children. From that day onwards, he let all the children play in his garden. And children, what is the message or the lesson that you received from this story? What is the moral that you received from this story? What do you think is the lesson of the story? Answer, it is the answer C. Sharing things with others gives us joy. Only if we share our belongings or our things to others, there will be happiness for us. If we see smile on their faces, we will also feel happy, isn't it? So share things with others, children. That is the moral or the lesson that we receive from this story. Children, with this we wind up our first lesson. Our first lesson is over. But I have an important thing to convey to you. Children, we have to do an art integrated project as per the new circular of CBSE. Okay, we have to do an art integrated project. The name or the topic of our project is planets. And our paired state is Himachal Pradesh. Okay. Suppose you have a friend in Himachal Pradesh and one day that friend from Himachal Pradesh calls you and you both indulge in conversation. You both talk about the seasons and the climatic changes in both the states, in both Kerala and Himachal Pradesh. So you have to prepare a conversation or you have to make a conversation between you and your friend in at least 10 exchanges. So you have to prepare a conversation and you have to mention in the conversation about the seasons and the climatic changes in both the states, in both Kerala and Himachal Pradesh. And you will get further details in the coming sessions, children. Okay. So let's wind up our session here. It's time to conclude our session here. That's all for today. See you in the next class.